Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well, or at least feeling okay today. This is one of those videos where I feel like we're just sitting together and talking, so definitely grab a coffee, tea, or just get comfortable. Alright, let's talk about the messy girl aesthetic, and I mean messy in the best way. Not I gave up messy, not I forgot to do laundry for 2 weeks messy. More like a little undone, a little chaotic, very lived in, very real, and somehow it still looks hot. Because if the last few years were the era of clean girl, sleek bun, glazed skin, neutral everything, the exact same effortless outfit on every single person, then messy girl is the cultural sigh of relief. Even a lot of writers have framed it as a reaction to how clean started to feel performative and personalityless. And honestly, I get it. There's something kind of comforting about a style that doesn't demand you look like you sleep 8 hours, wake up at 6 a.m., drink celery juice, and never experience human emotions. Messy girl is like, I have thoughts, I have a life, I left the house in a hurry, I might be a little dramatic, and you're still going to look at me. I think the word messy is doing a lot of work here, and maybe too much. Because messy sounds negative. It sounds careless. It sounds like something you should fix. But messy girl isn't about not caring. It's about caring less about appearing perfect. It's the difference between chaos and character. Messy girl looks like someone who has habits, routines, emotions. Someone who might be late, might change outfits twice, might leave the house with damp hair because waiting felt unnecessary. Even home design writers describe it as curated chaos. Spaces that look cluttered and personal, but still styled and aesthetic. Fashion works the same way. Messy girl is basically the vibe of hair that's not perfectly done, but done enough. Makeup that looks like you've lived a day. Outfits that feel collected over time, not bought in one cart. Layering that's a little chaotic, but somehow makes sense. And the overall energy of, I didn't try, but I totally did, just not in a perfection-y way. And the reason it hits right now is because people are tired, like culturally tired. There's been a big swing toward beauty and fashion that looks more expressive, more playful, less approved. Every aesthetic answers an emotional need, and I think messy girl answers a very specific one. Clean girl felt calm and quiet, but also distant, almost untouchable. Messy girl feels closer, warmer, more expressive. It feels like someone who listens to music loudly, who gets attached to objects, who keeps old things because they mean something. Someone who feels deeply and doesn't apologize for it. And I think a lot of us want to feel seen in that way again. Not as perfectly balanced people, but as real ones. Messy girl allows room for feeling. And that's why it resonates. Hair is often where this aesthetic shows up first. Messy girl hair doesn't look controlled, it looks handled, like you styled it with your hands, not rules. It's air-dried texture, soft waves that are slightly irregular, a clip that's doing its best, bangs that aren't perfectly flat, a little frizz that you're not declaring war on. It feels intimate, like someone could reach out and touch it. And I think that's important, because hair is such a visible form of control. Letting it be a little imperfect feels like letting yourself be imperfect too. Messy girl makeup is one of my favorite parts of this whole aesthetic. Nothing is overly precise. Nothing looks freshly stamped on and frozen in place. It looks worn, blurred, softened. Eyeliner that's smudged slightly, lipstick that's faded unevenly, skin that looks like skin. It can go 2 directions. Day messy, minimal, fresh, slightly undone. Night messy, smoky, smudgy, I danced energy. Makeup moves as the day goes on instead of fighting to stay perfect. And there's something really freeing about that, because once you stop worrying about ruining your makeup, you actually start living in it. Messy girl makeup doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for mood. The clothes are where messy girl becomes deeply personal. Nothing feels like it was bought all at once. Nothing feels like it belongs to a single trend. Pieces look collected, repeated, loved, denim that's already soft, shirts that don't need ironing to be valid, knitwear that looks like it's been worn for years. And the outfits don't look stiff. They look better when you're moving, walking, sitting, turning, leaving. Messy girl outfits feel like they belong to your life, not the other way around. This aesthetic hates the feeling of a perfectly curated uniform. It loves thrifted-looking pieces, vintage references, wrinkled cotton shirts, oversized knits, old band tees, worn-in leather, slightly rumpled outerwear. If clean girl is brand new basics, messy girl is closet archaeology. One thing I keep noticing is that messy girl outfits almost never feel like they're trying to impress. There's always a slight imbalance, something a little off. And that imbalance is what makes it interesting. Maybe the outfit is simple, but the hair is chaotic. Maybe the clothes are layered, but the makeup is minimal. There's contrast. And contrast feels human. That's why messy girl doesn't have rules. It has instincts. Messy girl isn't new. It's a remix. It pulls from a bunch of older aesthetics people already loved. Indie sleaze, Tumblr-era chaos, 90s and early 2000s caught in real-life styling. French girl adjacent but more rock and roll. Frazzled, undone character energy, like you're in a movie and you're late, emotional, and cute. A lot of trend commentary literally frames it as the grungier sister of clean girl. So if you're feeling like, wait, this is kind of like messy bun, leather jacket, eyeliner smudge, yes, exactly. We're back, but updated. Okay, here are the actual pieces that create the silhouette. Messy girl is very much an outerwear aesthetic. Worn in leather jacket, slouchy oversized blazer, trench coat that moves, not stiff. Big coat over something tiny. Cardigan that looks borrowed. The goal is to look like you grabbed a layer on the way out the door, but it makes the outfit feel real. Under the chaos, the base is usually easy. Tank top, rib tee, camisole. White tee, but not brand new bright white. Slip dress, or a long sleeve that looks slightly vintage. Bottoms are lived in and low effort. Relaxed denim, straight vintage wash, slightly baggy. Mini skirt and tights, low-rise-ish energy without being a costume. And trousers that are a little long, a little puddled. Shoes do a lot of the vibe work. Think beat-up sneakers on purpose. Ballet flats, but not precious. More, I actually walk in these. Loafers with socks, boots that look slightly scuffed, and heels that look like you found them in your closet last second. Clean girl shoes look fresh out of the box. Messy girl shoes look like they've seen something. This aesthetic needs accessories, but not the neat, matching kind. More like says, I collect little things. Layered jewelry, especially silver, hair clips, claw clips, random pins, a bag that looks lived in, sunglasses that feel slightly dramatic. Belts that don't perfectly match, and scarves, tied in a slightly chaotic way. This is where you can make it you. Because messy girl is actually very personal, almost like you-core, just styled. I do want to pause here because this matters. Messy girl is not about glorifying neglect. There's a difference between undone and uncared for. And also, this aesthetic isn't equally accepted on everyone. Being messy can be romanticized on some people and judged harshly on others. So for me, the healthiest way to approach this is to take the freedom without taking the fantasy of struggle. Messy girl should feel empowering, not performative. If you love this aesthetic but don't want to feel exposed, balance is everything. One undone element, one grounding element, something soft paired with something structured, something chaotic paired with something calm. And honestly, the easiest way to try it isn't shopping. It's loosening your mindset, wearing things how you naturally would. Stop asking, is this correct? And start asking, does this feel like me? When I think about messy girl outfit ideas, I don't think about specific pieces at all. I think about energy, about how something feels when you move in it, not how it looks standing still. The best messy girl outfits always feel a little unplanned, like you didn't stop to second-guess every choice. There's usually one element that feels slightly undone and one that quietly holds everything together. That contrast is what makes the look feel alive. A lot of messy girl outfits start very simply and then become interesting through small, almost accidental choices. Nothing feels forced, nothing feels like it's trying too hard to be right. It's more about instinct than intention. You can also feel messy girl in how things sit on the body. There's ease. Things aren't overly adjusted or perfected. It looks like you put it on and then forgot about it, and that's when it works best. Another thing I love is when an outfit feels like it's been worn before. Repetition is part of the aesthetic. Wearing familiar things again and again creates that lived-in feeling. It tells a story without trying to. Some messy girl outfits feel very quiet and low effort. Others feel more emotional, more expressive, and both are valid. The aesthetic isn't about consistency, it's about honesty. What matters most is that the outfit looks like it belongs to your life. Not to a trend cycle, not to a checklist, to you. So for me, messy girl isn't really about fashion trends. It's about letting character back into style. Letting mood, movement, and humanity show. In a world that constantly asks us to be more polished, more controlled, more perfect, there's something quietly radical about showing up a little undone. So yeah, if you want to try messy girl, start in your own closet. Pull out the pieces that already look like they've lived with you. Add one chaotic detail, smudge something slightly, layer like you didn't overthink it, and let it feel a little imperfect. Because that's literally the point. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. It really helps the channel. And if you're not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe for more videos like this. If you want, tell me what version of messy girl you are. Are you soft messy, rock messy, tired messy, French messy? Because I swear there are subtypes. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.